Good morning. I'm Sanjay Banerjee, author, lifestyle coach, mountaineer. Today I'm going to talk about my latest book, Nobody Dies Tonight. I had written two earlier books, one on running called Crossing the Finish Line and one on mountaineering, the Mountaineering Handbook. This is my third book, which has come out very recently, and in spite of its very scary title, it's not about blood. It's not about gore. It's not about violence. It's a simple book about fitness. A slim volume, as you can see. And this was based on my ramblings during the COVID-19 pandemic during 2020, when there was a lockdown and we were forced to stay indoors. And it was an unfortunate time in our lives. Some of us lost our very close friends, relatives, colleagues. And this is the reason why I wrote this book, because what I feel it's very important to be physically fit, not just because we want to combat the COVID 19 virus, but every human being should persevere in life to be physically fit. It has a lot of benefits. Number one, you don't grow old so easily. That's number one point for being fit. Number two, you feel happy in life in what you are doing if you are physically fit. Number three, you generally do not get these normal lifestyle diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides problems, and a host of other diseases. Your lungs remain fit, your heart remains fit, your kidneys remain okay. That's the crux of being fit. Before I embark more on this book, let me say there is a very big misinterpretation about what is fitness. Because fitness is not something which you can particularly put in a definite slot. It depends on your age group. According to me, if you are 30 years of age, physically fit means you should be able to run 10 kilometers in 1 hour 20 minutes. If you are 55 to 60 years old, I would say physically fit means being able to climb the stairs from platform 1 to the aisle of any railway station and then going down to a different platform, carrying a rucksack behind you weighing 7 kgs and a suitcase weighing 15 kgs, going up, walking, going down. You are physically fit at the age of 60. At the age of 80, if you can walk on a level ground without a walking stick, it's fine, you're physically fit. So, to define physically fitness is not exactly, there is no particular wordings which I can put into it. And there is another aspect to fitness, looking fit and feeling fit. You can look fit, but you may not be physically fit. If you are having diabetes, you are having problems with your lungs, you are having high blood pressure, you could still be slim and appear to be fit, but you are sick. Being slim doesn't mean you're fit. Sometimes, even if you are obese, you may be fit. But at the end of the day, fitness is about a certain state of mind and a state of body which enables you to do a few physical activities quite easily. And this is what I mentioned in my book. I haven't bothered about writing too much about fitness, making it a 400-page book, because, first of all, with our reading habits, we really don't find time to read books which are voluminous in nature. So I made this slim book with some pertinent facts about fitness, which I felt was important. And to say a few chapters like virtual running, 5 aspects of fitness, energy transfer in exercise, correct running posture, lacto threshold in training, maximum oxygen uptake, running cadence, the mechanics of breathing, selecting your running shoes, the importance of sleep, exercise and longevity, importance of vitamins and minerals, myths on carbohydrates, eating for better performance, race day preparations, an important chapter on what you need to know about diabetes, and another controversial chapter on blood doping. I have, besides all these articles, have given my own interpretation of what I felt during the pandemic in 2020 and what I predicted for what is going to happen in 2021. Remember, all these articles were written in 2020, but it is still very pertinent. During the pandemic, some alien virus entered our body, creating havoc inside our body, creating havoc inside our lungs, and we got a mystery illness which refused to go away. Some of us were fortunate. We got a mild infection and became all right. Others were less fortunate. They passed away. Some of them due to lack of oxygen. I lost a few friends during the pandemic. They were very close to me. And a surprising thing was, some of them were very fit. So what is important to know is, there are certain aspects of fitness which I have just mentioned. You need to know about that. For example, uh, the person who wins a gold medal in the marathon, usually they are Kenyans and Ethiopians, African runners. So they are guided by scientists, coaches. They don't need to know what is lactate threshold, what is cadence, what is maximum oxygen uptake. They just do what they are told to do. So this book makes you one up on these elite athletes, because you have the information which is required to be physically fit, regardless of whether you can run well, you can swim well, you can cycle well. It doesn't matter. Maybe you simply do yoga or you just like to walk. So this is the thing about my book. And for those of you who like my book, you could even refer to my earlier books, Crossing the Finish Line and The Mountaineering Handbook. And this book is available in Amazon, in Flipkart, in Google Books, on Kindle. Very easy to read book, written in a very simple style, and very pertinent issues which you should know about fitness. So please do give it a read. As I said earlier, this book is not about blood, gore or violence, in spite of the scary title, Nobody Dies Tonight. It's about being physically fit, It's about surviving in case the pandemic strikes once again. It's about hope for the future. Give it a read. All the best.